call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Tigers ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Clemson Tigers offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And it's often said quarterback is the most high-profile position in sports, and when you have a guy like this, how could it not be?
Yeah, he's the guy that the defense is going to be keying on. They've had all week long to watch film to get ready for him. But, David, when you have his kind of athletic ability and his kind of arm talent, he is so difficult to stop.
Yeah, you can have all week. You can have all season. This guy is so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They trust him. They know what he brings to the table. This offense revolves around what he can do.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. Pulls it in, it's Williams. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
On the ground, it's Haynes. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And the Tigers are rolling down the field. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He'll do it himself on the draw. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of...
There he goes! He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Klubnik. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Quarterback on the keeper. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll try to get it through the air. Snags it! And he's season opener.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it, and that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So LSU's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front 7 and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Forced out of the pocket. Blasted as he lets it go. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Punt is on its way. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. That's caught, it's Anderson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the catch, it's Anderson. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. On the move, it's Durham. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. And the Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. from the gun, the ground game. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Tigers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
But how about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He's got it on the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And this offense has gotten off to a good start on 3rd down, but this is a different deal on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Anderson. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Caught near the sidelines, he'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the 1st.
To the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in, it's Brown. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry. The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, they'll try the middle. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football.
Big guy tries to barrel in. Touchdown, LSU! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Ole Miss is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about around the Grove for a long time. They're up 14 over Georgia State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Makes the catch. It's Williams.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. So he'll keep it on the draw. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. Catch in the middle. It's Haynes. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got the quick pass. Looks as if Clemson will have the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Bully ball on 3rd and short. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. Time to see how things play out the rest of the way as we send it back to our guys in Death Valley.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going to the run to start this second half. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grabbed behind the line. It's Brown. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He finds a dead spot in the middle.
When you play zone and you drop back, you're dropping back to a spot. And that means there's going to be holes, and the quarterback has to do a good job of reading it, seeing it, throwing it between those holes. He does a really nice job there. Makes the defense pay for playing zone coverage.
He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just...
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last.
Turning it on! Touchdown, Tigers! They take the lead with the 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Got his man to the left. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd. With the catch, it's Brown.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He makes a catch. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Moving out of the pocket. Finds his big tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's a really nice job by the defense staying disciplined there, and the quarterback's trying to get it out on the right side. As soon as he makes the catch, though, down he goes. Really good job with the tackle.
Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Offense has gained momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Here comes Clemson with another first down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. The play action fake. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And for the second time tonight, they'll try out the field goal kicker. It's good! A powerful kick, never a doubt for the game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Unloads to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on 3rd down. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The give out of the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. With the catch, it's Brown. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle, it's Brown. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. And a late opportunity to grab the lead here. A touchdown would be huge. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Here's a heat. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up. Touchdown, Clemson! They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Florida is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Gainesville for some time. They're up by 31 over the Judicials. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. RPO complete to open the drive. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Finds his tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's stopped right there, short of the 1st down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. The give and tick, 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 tick. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Looking for a huge play. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Haynes. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.